The college that I went to in the US, it's called Babson College. It was recently ranked by Wall Street Journal as being the number one school for entrepreneurship, and has been for I think it's over 20 years. And it's also been ranked number two overall in the US for the ranking for the colleges. And it's just one of the things that I heard of Babson before coming and joining here is that it is well known for developing entrepreneurship and incorporating entrepreneurship into the different courses that it has. And in my case, I did an MBA. And one thing that got me thinking was the fact that whether entrepreneurship or entrepreneurs are born or are they made. And I think that's a very critical question when it comes to the presence of an entrepreneurship school like Babson. In my opinion, having been an entrepreneur and having been someone who never thought would become an entrepreneur early on, is the fact that there are a few skills or traits that I think are super important when it comes to being an entrepreneur. And one of the biggest, in my opinion, is the ability to accept and overcome failure. I seriously do not think that the human brain was built to deal with failure. I don't think that it is something that comes naturally to a lot of people, definitely not me. Every little small bump in the road or a crater has a deep psychological, if not short-term, impact on me, and it hurts quite a bit. And I've seen that it takes a lot of effort, a lot of willpower to overcome it. So for those people, regardless of how intelligent they are or how high their IQ is or how passionate they are, if they don't have the ability to overcome loss, failure, setbacks in a quick and timely manner, I think the probability of them succeeding in their startup endeavor reduces drastically. And that, I think, is an important aspect that could be taught, in my opinion. I think the thought or the feeling of accepting failure can be built over time with the right environment, with the right people, with the right circumstances as well. And the other aspect of entrepreneurship that is probably not spoken about enough is the fact that just passion is not enough. You need luck, you need perseverance, you need to have the ability to push yourself to do things that you might not have normally done. It's true, because just having passion in whatever field you're working is great. It is definitely a foundation. But then you obviously end up doing things that either you may not be good at or that you may not like doing. One common theme is fundraising. I've known of very little founders who love fundraising because it involves a lot of talking, it involves massive amounts of rejection, and it involves convincing people to give money to you, which I think is probably one of the hardest things in the world to do. And so I think that aspect is also important as well, where if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be able to push yourself. You need to be very self-conscious and self-aware of your weaknesses and your strengths as well. And third, and probably the most important aspect of it, of being an entrepreneur, is the ability to inspire others to join you in your journey, to inspire your team, your employees, your shareholders, your investors, your customers, your well-wishers, and even your family. You may be the most brilliant, the most intelligent, the most enlightened human on the planet, but unless people like you, unless you can inspire a team, unless you have the ability to build a very strong team of people with complementary skill sets that you don't have, it's just not going to happen. And so having that sense is pretty important as well. So in my opinion, there are aspects of being an entrepreneur that you can learn, but there are definitely aspects of it that if you don't have, or if you don't have it innately, it would be very difficult for you to build a successful endeavor.